Hey guys, Tom here. Thought I would try my hand at my second review now. This one from a fragrance house that I like a lot. I think they're really cool, have a cool philosophy, but I don't see a lot of play on YouTube regarding this house or a lot of discussion about it. I don't know if it's because of lack of availability or it just isn't that popular in the community, but I thought I would give it a shot because I like it a lot. It's the house of Byredo, and it was actually founded in 2006 by Ben Gorham in Stockholm, Sweden, and he's a native of Scandinavia. They say that the name Byredo came from bi-redolence, which is short for bi-redolence, meaning elegant simplicity or olfactory sweetness. And the whole philosophy behind Byredo and Ben Gorham's idea behind the line is to use the highest quality materials possible, but to keep it to a few different elements and keep it elegant and simple. I think the packaging is absolutely beautiful from the line, so let me grab the box for you real quick from the fragrance that I purchased. Really neat box, and as I said before in my other videos, the appearance always calls to mind memories from my travels in the past. So the box, just first off, from looking at it, the paper, the kind of neat calligraphy ink on the top of the box, just called to mind a trip that I took several years ago to Japan, and in Kyoto and Tokyo, at the temples, the Buddhists, monks would be standing outside the temple doors, and they have these little kind of cool books that you purchase from them, and then you take them from temple to temple, and on the inside they inscribe these neat little symbols with the Japanese calligraphy ink, and you pay for each one that's done, and usually it has the name written in Japanese together with stamps on each of the pages as to where the temple was that you visited and what the date was. And it becomes a fold-out kind of collector's piece that you can, just kind of neat little idea, and that's what the appearance of the box actually and the seals that they use call to mind. The actual fragrance that I purchased from them is Cord Oud, and I think maybe you can see it right there. Excuse my cat again, I don't know where my dog is. I have a puggle also, so he'll probably be in here in a minute. But a Cord Oud, introduced by Ben Gorham. Again, it was, like I said, Byredo was founded in 2006. Ben's background is kind of interesting because he has no formal training as a perfumier. He actually has a fine art degree, and so he is a native Swede. He was born to an Indian mom and a Canadian dad, so in some of his fragrances there's that Indian influence, supposedly. He sought out a couple of famous perfumiers to do the actual fragrance work for him, to translate his ideas for him, and they were Olivia Giacobetti and Jerome Epinet, and I think Olivia Giacobetti's work is brilliant. I think she's a genius. She was one of the, she was the fragrance designer, perfumier behind T for Two. So, like I said, Ben's degree was in fine arts, and the actual Byredo fragrance line in the United States, I think it's exclusive to Barney's, New York. I got mine at the Barney's, New York and Chicago. In Paris, I think Colette and Le Bon Marche carry the line, and um, Tin Corso Cosmo in Milan carries it. Nordiska Companet in Stockholm. But other than that, I don't believe that you can get it anywhere else. The Accord Oud, this one is the 50 milliliter. It is an Eau de Parfum. It goes for $145, whereas the 200 milliliter goes for 100 milliliter. I'm sorry, goes for $220. The top notes are described as having blackberry, saffron, and rum. The heart, there's a leather accord and clary sage, and the base has patchouli and a powdery musk. I put this on about 6:30 in the morning, and it is now 5:45 at night, and still smell it very clearly. Beautiful scent, good projection, and excellent longevity, obviously. I just gave 2 sprays to the wrist and 1 on my neck, and I can still smell it. So, for the top notes, let me just give it a little spray here. You can definitely, right off the bat, get that blackberry scent from the top. In the heart, I know the clary sage and the leather accord fade into the heart a little bit, but I can pick that up right away. The leather, beautiful. It's very distinct, and also that clary sage scent. Clary sage actually grows in the Mediterranean. It's interesting. It's supposed to be a calming essential oil and good for depression and also for PMS. But it's supposed to relieve depression and calm anxiety. But that's very clear in it, and the leather accord is also very clear. Once you get to the base, it dries down. You can pick up some patchouli in it, and the musk is there also, but not a real strong heavy musk. It's a light musk. Both this fragrance, the Accord Oud and Oud Immortal by Byredo, are based around oud, or give reference to oud, but the interesting thing is there is no oud in Accord Oud. It's an idea of oud, but I don't think you don't get that strong resinous feeling that you do with pure oud. It gives an idea of oud, but it's light. And actually, oud, interesting enough, is when the heartwood from a certain tree is infected with mold, it defends itself by saturating the core of the wood with this dark resinous compound, and becomes oud wood. And it has a very distinct fragrance, also called agarwood. Very complex, and it doesn't resemble any other natural ingredient singularly. But I think what the art is in this fragrance is that they've combined the different notes to give reference to oud. Although it's not a duplicate of oud, the idea of oud is there. The fresh leather smell is definitely there. The blonde wood I definitely pick up. And in the dry down, like I said, the patchouli, the spice, there's a little bit of cinnamon that I can pick up. Some saffron and a fruit note. The plum is definitely there. It's just a beautiful scent. Some of the other fragrances that are more known, Mr. Marvelous, I know is one that's talked about by Byredo quite a bit. And interestingly enough, the bottle is supposed to give reference to a calligraphy ink pot. And most the bottles throughout the line all look the same. So If you haven't smelled them before, I would definitely check it out at Byredo.com, or like I said, Barney's, New York sells them here in the United States. They also make killer candles, and I've got the Ombre Japonais, which is an awesome scent. Lasts forever, very strong, fills a whole room. So definitely check them out, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, and I'll see you soon.